morning. Today we are going to learn something about liquid ratios. Increase, decrease or no change. Let us have the sum. If the liquid ratio is 1.2:1, find whether the following transactions would improve, reduce or not alter the liquid ratio. Over here, let us assume the current liability as rupees 1 lakh, right? We all know the formula for liquid ratio. Liquid ratio is equal to liquid assets upon current liabilities. Now, as we have assumed current liabilities as 1 lakh, so we can see that the liquid assets calculated is 1,20,000, right? So we have liquid asset as 1,20,000 and current liabilities as rupees 1 lakh. Now let us go through some transactions. The first transaction on your screen is bills receivable drawn. I have taken the amount as rupees 5,000. Now let us see the entry for this. When the bills are drawn, the entry is bills receivable account debited to debtors account. You can see that journal entry. Now bills receivable account is debited, so we can say that bill receivable increases by 5,000. Debtors account is credited, so debtors decreases by rupees 5,000. Now we all know again like bills receivable and debtors both are liquid assets. So one liquid asset increases, other decreases. So basically there is no change on liquid assets, and none of these two items affect the current liabilities again. So no change in current liabilities, and therefore the ratio will not change. Second transaction, goods sold for cash at par. Rupees 5,000 again is the amount I have taken. When goods are sold for cash, the entry is very simple. Cash account debited to sales account. We can see that cash account increases by 5,000, and because the goods are sold, right, the stock decreases by 5,000. Over here the important word is at par, right? At par means the stock is of 5,000, has been sold for 5,000 only. There is no profit, no loss. So when we say that cash increases and stock decreases, so because of cash our liquid assets increases. Stock is a current asset but not a liquid asset, so because of stock there is no change, right? Current liabilities as such, none of these two items will affect the current liability, so no change on the current liability. Now we can see that because of cash, liquid asset increases. That means numerator increases. Now because numerator increases, the ratio increases. Next transaction, goods sold on credit rupees 10,000. Now because the goods are sold on credit, the entry is very simple, that is debtors account debited to sales account. Because of debtors, the goods are sold on credit, the debtors will increase by 10,000, and the goods are sold, stock decreases. Now debtors is a liquid asset, so increases by liquid asset increases by 10,000, and again sales, because of sales stock decreases, and stock is not a content of liquid asset, so no effect because of sales. Current liabilities again there is no change, right? So therefore the ratio increases. Fourth transaction, bills receivable endorsed to creditors. Now bill receivable endorsed, the entry for the same is creditors account debited to bills receivable. What are the effects? Now when we are handing over some bills receivable to creditors, they are the receivers, so creditors decreases by 10,000. Bills receivable also decreases by 10,000. Now creditor is a current liability and bill receivable is a liquid asset. Both decreases by 10,000. Now because the ratio is 1.2:1, and if the numerator as well as the denominator decreases, the ratio increases. Number 5, sale of non-current investments. Again it's a sale, cash received, so entry we can see there, cash account debited to non-current investments account. cash is a liquid asset, right? We can see that liquid asset increases by 10, but non-current investment is a fixed asset. So this particular account will not affect the liquid asset or the current liabilities. So because of cash, liquid asset increases, and because liquid asset increases, numerator increases, and because numerator increases, the ratio increases. Sale of short-term investments at par is the next transaction. Short-term investments. So again the investments have been sold. So entry is cash to investments, short-term investments. Both are liquid assets. So one liquid asset increases, other liquid asset decreases by the same amount. So basically there will be no change on liquid asset, no change on current liability, and therefore the ratio will not alter. Amount paid to creditors now. Yes, the entry is very simple. Creditors account debited to cash account. We know that creditors is a current liability, cash is a liquid asset. So both decreases. Now because both numerator and denominator will decrease, the ratio will increase. Next is goods purchased on credit, rupees 10,000. We have purchased goods. So entry is very simple. Purchase account debited to creditors account. Now because the goods are purchased, our stock increases by 10,000, and because the goods are purchased on credit, our creditors will also increase by 10,000. Stock, I told you, it's a current asset but not a liquid asset. So no change on liquid asset, but because creditors increases, our current liability increases. So denominator basically increases. So because the denominator increases, the ratio decreases. Next one is bills receivable dishonored, right? The entry for the same is debtors account debited to bills receivable account. Debtors and bills receivable both are liquid assets. One, we can see it increases, the other decreases. Therefore, no change on liquid assets, no change on current liabilities, and therefore the ratio will not alter. Conversion of debentures into shares, rupees 10,000. When we are converting debentures into shares, the debentures are one way redeemed. So the liability towards debentures reduces. So debenture account debited to share capital is the entry. Debentures decreases by 10 and the share capital basically increases by 10,000. When debentures are redeemed or in the year of conversion, we all know that it is treated as a current liability. In current liability, it is treated as other current liability, right? So decreases, current liability decreases by 10. We know like the denominator part decreases. Now because the denominator decreases, the ratio will increase.